Alright, so a couple months ago I made a video about using containers to plant potatoes. So I have done just that. I have used this container to grow some potatoes and now it's time to harvest them. So we're going to go through this now and see how many potatoes we have got from this simple harvest. So before we get into it, I just want to explain on why I actually use a container for doing this. And it's for a couple of reasons. It's because certain people don't have big gardens, some people have really bad soil, and sometimes people don't want to accidentally damage the potatoes taking them out of the ground. So I tried doing the alternative and tried growing the potatoes in a container like this to try and see if that's any easier and if there's a lot less trouble and stress. And let's just say it was not hard to maintain. All I had to do was keep topping up the soil as the plant got bigger and keep it well watered because it hasn't rained a lot in the UK this year. But apart from that, it's been very easy to do and it's grown quite well. So another really important question is, how do we know that this is actually ready to be harvested, even though we can't even see the potatoes inside the container? So the most easiest way to tell that the potatoes are ready to be harvested is due to natural dieback. This is where the leaves at the top start dying, or they start going yellow and brown. And as you can see, these ones definitely are. It might still look green, but trust me, the potatoes have been in the ground long enough that they are ready to be harvested. They also tend to say that harvesting while the plant looks like this, where it is starting to die back, is better than just waiting for all of it to die back completely. Another way of telling if the potatoes are ready to be harvested is due to the flowers on the plant as well. Now, believe it or not, potato plants can produce flowers, and this here is what used to be a flower, but it is gone. When they are flowering, the potatoes inside the ground are still developing, but now that the flowers have died back and completely gone, is also a telltale sign that they are ready to be harvested. Right, so we're ready to harvest, so let's get on with it. Oh, nice. Got our first couple. Got one in there. Nice. Cool. Got a couple more small ones. Not too bad. Okay, that's better. That's a much better one. That's a lot better. Drop that one. Yeah, there we are. Got some more. Got one more hidden in there. Nice. There we go. Another little one as well. Got another little one just hiding. It's not bad. Tons of little ones so far. Right, I think that is all of them. So this is the harvest of the potatoes. And I can say it has done quite well considering we only planted one potato. And we've got a couple of medium-sized ones and quite a lot of little ones. But now we have got to cure them before we can actually use them for food. The best way to cure your potatoes is to put them in like a cardboard container or a cardboard bag like this one. Just make sure it isn't airtight, and what you want to do is put it in an area where it's going to be quite humid but dark at the same time, so no sunlight hits the potatoes. So putting them in your shed like this would be perfect, and in 2 weeks the skin should be hardened up and we should be able to use them for food. Now, what to do with the old compost and the old stems? Now, potatoes are a very big eater. They take a lot of nutrients away from the ground and the soil, so chances are if we try doing this next year with the same soil, we might not get the same results. So we're either going to have to put some more nutrients into the soil, or we're going to have to reuse the soil in a different way by mixing it with another soil or adding some more compost to the soil to try and increase the nutrients inside of it. And with the stems as well, we can just compost them if you want to. It's quite simple. They'll break down and put more nutrients into the soil. What you want to also do is try and find any small potatoes you can find inside the soil, because chances are that they could end up rooting and end up growing next year. And you don't want that, especially if your soil hasn't got enough nutrients in order to make them grow big. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and all I can say is I'm proud of the potatoes that I've managed to grow, and I hope it works out for you guys as well.